Welcome to Spot a Movie, my name is Giovanni and today we are going to talk and analyze Good Luck to You, Leo Grant. This video contains spoilers, so if you haven't watched the movie, consider to check our movie introduction, link in the description, to discover why you should watch the movie. In this video we are going to tell you what did we learn after watching the movie, what did we like and what we didn't like about Good Luck to You, Leo Grant. So let's start, because it's an interesting movie and we have something to share with you. Can Emma Thompson win an Oscar on 2022 thanks to Good Luck to You, Leo Grant? Difficult question, but for those who say no too quickly, let us tell you that she already got a nominee at the 2022 Hollywood Critics Association Mid-Season Award. And let's also add that the director Sophie Hyde won the award for Best Narrative at the same event. We wanted to start giving you a taste about how the critic approached the film. Is the movie worth an Oscar? Probably no, but surely our time. So what did we learn after watching Good Luck to You, Leo Grant? Let's be honest, we approached the movie thinking of a silly comedy made just to entertain us. But instead we found a couple of interesting points we want to share with you. So, let's boost our confidence. The whole film is an internal journey that evolves in 4 meetings between Nancy and Leo. However, if we look at them at the beginning of the movie, Leo is confident about himself, about his beauty and skill. Nancy instead is full of insecurity and anxiety that have put her life on standby for a long time. But through the story, we realize that Susan and Connor are not so different from each other. They both have insecurity about themselves. They both lie to their families. Susan and Connor both need someone that can listen to their story and probably appreciate them. So we have 4 meetings, as we mentioned previously, because internal growth and discovering ourselves require time, dedication, patience and a task list included. And we have 2 significant trauma at the origin of this story. Nancy never fulfilled herself in her life, never had an orgasm, and never could enjoy herself to fulfill her duties of wife and mother. And all of this brings Susan to become Nancy. And against her morals and value, she hires a sex worker to fulfill her question about life. Probably not only her question. But anyway, let's continue. So Nancy is a repressed character with a solid background of ethics and religion because of her job as a teacher. On the other hand, we have Leo, who suffered the trauma to be rejected by his own mother, and precisely because of his sexual behavior. And probably without going too deeper into psychology, probably for this reason Leo became a sex worker, needing self-esteem, but most importantly, the approval of mature ladies. Almost like he wants to fulfill the missing affection and attention that his mother didn't give to him. So, what our heroes taught us? The first thing we want to highlight is that intimacy is not sex. Nancy doesn't reach her orgasm by confronting her taboos, having sex with a sexy man, or using sex toys to unveil repressed fantasies. Instead, Susan does it when she accepts who she is, her body imperfection and her needs, as dirty as they may be. The director is telling us that time is too precious to be wasted wondering how life could be. Instead, we must act because our lives are not an unlimited subscription. After all, we need to accept that each of us has an expiration date. We understand that we must do the best of our time, looking at the expensive tariff of Leo Grant. And also that each of us is unique in his dream and perversion, in his desire and needs. The evolution of Nancy is also visible in another metaphor the director tells us. Nancy is often insecure in front of the mirror. She can't accept her not perfect body and she is afraid to disappoint Leo. But in the end, in one of the most probably challenging scenes of the entire career of Emma Thompson, Nancy embraces herself naked in front of the same mirror. She is now able to accept herself and enjoy life, concluding her character arc. And Nancy is now aware that there are no sins, but just the desire and needs to be happy and satisfy our thirst for life and happiness. A new experience. The message behind the film is straightforward. Love yourself so that you can love other people. The Nancy of the film first half is full of insecurity about herself, but also she seeks the approval of the society around her. Leo becomes her medicine to heal and embrace herself. Vice versa, Nancy helps Leo on dealing with his trauma and insecurity. In conclusion, the movie touches topics that are often taboo in our society, especially among the old people, but the film also tells us how crucial are intimate connection, conversation, and reveal ourselves to someone else. And let's take some moment to watch ourselves through this movie. When we look at Nancy's insecurity, anxiety, fears, most of us probably laugh at her. But we should never forget that we are exactly like Nancy, as the apparently confident Leo shows us. Therefore, we need to learn how to listen to others, to embrace ourselves in each imperfection and desire we may have. The real pleasure is inside our mind, not in our bodies. The proof is that Nancy reached her first orgasm alone and not while playing with Leo. We should love ourselves and our imperfection. In the end, that's our day-to-day life. Most of the critics say that Emma Thompson was really courageous accepting this role. But the movie tells us that being naked and not perfect is totally normal. We put taboo on our lives, and therefore we limit our potential. In the end, Nancy completes her character arc and show us how to do it. But before we move to our pros and cons about the film, we want to ask you some questions. First, what will be the movie if the gender role was the opposite? What if we had a mature man inviting a sexy young lady into his hotel room to explore life and his repressed desire? Would we judge the film in the same way? Probably no. Because prejudice are constantly with us. But let us know your opinion in the comment section below. And secondly, do you agree with their idea of having sex worker as a council service? Will we solve more problems and make more people happy? Will this opportunity improve our society? It is not legal yet, so please hang up your phone and don't call your local council. They may misunderstand you. Instead, let us know your opinion about this potential new service in the comment section below. We already imagine the next local election campaign. So, what did we like about Good Luck to You, Leo Grant? The film is an hymn to life. It's a celebration of our imperfection because those make ourselves unique in the world. And that's already a good reason to love ourselves. The director Sophie Hyde made an enjoyable movie. She plays very well with the limited location and character we have. Switching between the perfection and the chaos of the room are the perfect way to describe the feeling of our protagonist. So, the idea to let us celebrate and live our fantasies is valid. The director did almost an ideal job. Who did an incredible performance instead is Emma Thompson. It's seriously one of the most challenging roles of her entire career. But she nailed it and inspired us. But let's take a step aside from the positivity of the film, because we want to tell you what we didn't like about the film. It's always the worst part of the video when we need to highlight the downside of the film. But the first element we want to highlight are the dialogues. Although we laugh in several scenes, we think they could be more meaningful and profound. We say so because in the end Nancy is a teacher of ethics and religion, therefore our expectations were a bit higher. Another important aspect is the pace of the film. The feeling is that sometimes the rhythm becomes too slow and can distract a part of viewer in search of action or intensity. We have mental challenges, but often the scenes are too slow. And we also think that the comic side of the movie could be better developed. Nevertheless, we loved and enjoy Good Luck to You, Leo Grant. And our final rating for the movie is 8 out of 10. Do you agree with our analysis? Did we miss some important point? Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. In the end, Spot a Movie wants to be a community of movie lovers, where we can exchange our idea and opinion to learn more about the film and life. We hope you like our analysis. If yes, like the video and let us know with a comment in the comment section below. And consider to subscribe to our channel to don't miss the new and best movie released in 2022 on the major streaming platform. See you in the next video with a new movie you.